news began here at NCTV17, it was a critical service for the community. We had the Chicago stations covering a wide range of topics, but not always Naperville-centric. This gave us the chance to hone in on what the concerns of this community were and really address them, share them, and tell them in a compelling and informative way.
From civic organizations, cultural events, the coverage of our local schools and community outreach programs, just the gamut that NCTV17 really covers. And that's one of the things I've always enjoyed about NCTV.
What I enjoy is kind of creating that ESPN moment for all our high schoolers in any kind of sport that they actually do.
I actually grew up watching Naperville Sports Weekly, and so once I got to Naperville Central, I was actually featured on NSW when I was a part of the Red Hawk football team. So going from, being that young kid with an aspiration to be a reporter, to being the one on the team, to now covering those kids on the high school teams has been just such a full circle, awesome moment for me.
NCTV is kind of behind the scenes promoting all the nonprofit organizations and helping support them, which is very important as well.
We're the fourth largest city in the state, and there's a lot going on. And it's so great to have a resource that one can go to and find out what matters to you in an unbiased way.
No one's on the ground like NCTV17. We're out here covering big events, small events. For the 2024 solar eclipse, we had specific resources that allowed us to cover what the solar eclipse looked like for those who didn't have sunglasses to see the eclipse, or those who might have been stuck inside a building or might not have been able to see it. And the amount of feedback and traction that we got with that story just went to show that the community loves the solar eclipse. It was really nice to be able to capture that moment in time.
And I got a chance to talk with an Aurora resident who has a lot of Naperville ties, Jim Gamache. He just returned from his third trip in Ukraine, where he is trying to do his part for people that are living in a war-torn area.
NCTV expanded my audience. It helped me do some fundraising for the different humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. I can't thank them enough.
It takes a larger international issue and brings it back to Naperville and kind of reminds us of why we're all on this earth together.
We learned about a new festival that was happening in town called the Naperville Salute, and we saw that on NCTV, and that informed us. And so we wanted to get involved in it, and we did, and then now we're connected to a whole new group of friends and people that we wouldn't have met otherwise. So it's just hugely valuable.
We have such a caring, kind, wonderful group of people that live here, and there's amazing stories to tell. Without NCTV, we might never know about Olivia's story on the south side of Naperville, but I feel a bond with that family. That's a Naperville family, a story that happened and that I got to hear about because of NCTV.